And Bill Belichick joins us this morning on the Harbor One hotline. Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Morning. Morning.
Just a quick open-ended one. How do you address the team last night after a loss that I'm sure is as unique as you've ever endured as a head coach? What's the message in the locker room post-game?
No, it's tough. All losses are tough, so we put a lot into the game, and it doesn't turn out. It doesn't turn out well. It's always disappointing. So, as always, we'll work to correct our mistakes and move on. That's what we need to do.
Bill, you guys probably, because you get in so late, probably haven't had an opportunity to watch the film as a team. And I don't know how much you saw of the game. What were some of the things maybe that you look at that you were able to see in maybe a short period of time of watching a little bit on the plane? Some of the areas that you feel like you have to clean up?
Well, there are a number of plays, number of things that, again, as an entire team here, coaching, playing, decision-making, execution, et cetera, that we need to do better. We obviously need to play better situational football.
Bill, when it comes to the defense, keeping Davante Adams to just 28 yards on the day, what was working well for them to be able to get a hold of him?
Well, any success we have on defense is team defense. It takes everybody. They have a great running back, and Adams, Waller, a lot of really good skill players, Carr, Renfro, and they've got you just got to hold it across the board.
Bill, after the game, you said that that there wasn't a Hail Mary because Mac couldn't reach the end zone. Were you saying that he didn't have the arms?
Yeah, I said it was too far. It's too far to throw that play in that situation.
Got it. You said that you wanted to correct the mistakes. A hallmark of you and this organization for 20 years has been that you don't repeat them over and over again. It feels like, from my perspective, watching the offense, that it remains disoriented. Why is that still happening, and how can you work to fix it in the final 3 weeks of the year?
You've got your opinion. That's fine. There's some things that we're doing well, and there are things in every game that we need to do better. So we'll work on those.
It just seems like the false starts, the delay of games, the timeout where you have the touchdown pass. These are things that I don't ever remember seeing continually with the team. That's all. It's not really an opinion, just based on the performance on the field.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep working to do everything as right as we possibly can.
Bill, you talk about situational football. Obviously, it looked like you guys were playing at the end of the game for overtime and trying to get into an overtime situation. Obviously, Ramondre Stevenson laterals it back to Jakobi Meyers, and then he makes the mistake of trying to, make a play. Prior to that, are you telling these guys in the huddle, hey, let's just secure the football and play for overtime? Was there any communication to them to lateral the football in that situation, or was this just something that they chose to do in the heat of the moment?
Well, obviously, the play didn't turn out anywhere close to the way we wanted it to, so I'll just leave it at that.
The pool report for the Keelan Cole touchdown said that there was nothing clear and obvious that his foot was touching the white. I think a lot of people watching from home saw his foot on the white. I was just wondering, from your point of view, if you saw that.
Yeah, Corey, it doesn't really matter what I think, so, or anybody else. Officials make their call, and then we all live with it.
Well, you got another tough one coming up this week against Cincinnati Bengals, and I think that, obviously the biggest thing is you try to figure out what you did wrong in this game and move on from it. You got a team like Cincinnati, got a lot of weapons all over the field, especially on the offensive side of the football. What's the approach got to be, especially from a defensive standpoint, to doing your best to potentially slow down a Cincinnati offense that has some serious weapons?
All right. Well, we'll take a little closer look at them starting a little bit later today. Obviously they're AFC champion last year. They have a lot of weapons. They're a good overall team. They're well balanced, offense, defense, special teams. So we'll be tested in every area. So when we get to the specifics and details on that, as we start really grinding into that a little bit later. But for right now, we're finishing up the Raider game, and then that transition will happen here a little bit later. But we're certainly going to be playing a very, again, well-balanced and good football team.
Jakobi Meyers seemed really emotional after the game yesterday. I thought he did a really great job taking accountability, and his answers really touched a lot of people, I think. How do you, as the head coach, make sure that he can turn the page as you get ready for Cincinnati?
We'll all turn the page.
All right, Bill. Well, thanks for joining us on a morning where I'm sure you had little sleep. Hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk to you next Monday.
All right. Thank you.